create overwhelming success. What is this that we're talking about? Well, first and foremost, I'm basically talking about in a financial sense, right? There's lots of other things that you can do, for someone to be, amazing and fulfilled. There's the whole person, but we're just talking about the financial benefits. Now, first and foremost, I got some good news. Are you guys ready for good news? If you are, throw me a thumbs up so I know you are ready. Here's what I learned this weekend. And you may already know this, or perhaps this is news to you as well. Did you know that every 3 seconds, a new person becomes a millionaire in the United States? I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty awesome. That's 1,700 people each and every day that are creating a net worth of over $1 million or greater. And Bloomberg says this is actually the greatest generational transfer of wealth in history. So hey, there's no better time to have momentum going in your favor than right now. So right place, right time. What are we going to do about it? 3 things. The first thing is you've got to become obsessed with your goal. What does that mean? Well, back in the day, Napoleon Hill would call this, you got to have a burning desire. You got to have your major definite purpose, right? But in our language, it's get obsessed. So do you remember, I'm going to take you back a few years, where maybe 6th, 7th, 8th grade, you got that guy or girl, you've been thinking about them, and you kind of start getting a crush on them. Anybody remember that? And what happens? You start getting obsessed, right? You start thinking about them, you start thinking about this, you start thinking about that. Or maybe it was something that you got super excited about. It was a hobby and you were just super laser focused on it. And it wasn't just the hobby, it wasn't just the thing. It was you wanted to get good at it. You wanted to become a master at it. You really wanted to take it to the next level. I certainly have. I've been obsessed about all different things, especially the stuff that I'm passionate about. So they kind of go together. So you got to get obsessed about your success, about your goal, about your business, about your vision. You got to eat, sleep, and drink it. It has to be something that almost emanates through your body, that you're just so excited about it. The possibilities, what could happen, what could become, just, the life that you could create for yourself. And when you get obsessed about something, that's the foundation. It's going to be the thing that's your springboard that's going to launch you into action. So that is number 2, is activity. Okay. People that are out there making moves, that are making results, that are shaking things up like crazy, they're doing crazy activity. I don't know if you've ever heard of this gentleman. His name is Grant Cardone. I'm Jay. I'm sure you've heard of him. Grant Cardone, he's a little bit obsessed. And definitely he's all about activity. He has an entire book called 10X. And in that book, it talks about having 10X your activity. So right now, if you're out there and you're prospecting, you're I talk to, a couple, 2, 3, 4 people a week. Well, 10X it. What would your business look like if you talk to 30 people a week? If we just multiply our numbers will work in your favor if you work the numbers. If we don't work the numbers, if we have nothing on the scoreboard for, for the law of averages to play with, then the numbers will stay 0. But if we put some numbers and stack them in our favor and put massive, crazy activity into the marketplace, you're going to get some results that are going to show up for you. Now, here's the good news. You don't have to do it forever, okay? I'm sure whatever you were excited about, whatever you were obsessed with, it was a phase in your life. For you to get to the finish line, for you to get to your dreams, for you to get to your goals, you're gonna have to put this section of time aside. You're gonna carve out a period in your life where you do go all out. You put some other things on hold, you clear out the distractions, you get obsessed about it, and then you just go crazy with your activity. So that is number 2. And then we got to get to number 3, because if we do number 1 and we do number 2, but we don't do this part, then some of those things will be in vain. So I'm just curious if anybody might know what this is. If you think you know what number 3 is, put a note in the comments section. It's just 2 words. And it's very common. Here's what it is. Personal development. Personal development is key in you succeeding. Why? Because it links to a couple different facets of who you are. It links to your mindset. What do you believe is possible for you and your family? So many times we might be in a world where a lot of people are succeeding all around us, but if you don't truly believe in your heart that it can happen for you, it's not going to happen for you. Like, you have to believe it. You have to know in the core of your being, like, I want this, I'm gonna go for this, and I think it's possible. And if you believe that, then you're gonna start doing the activity, you're gonna become obsessed about it, and everything else will fall into play. So it helps build your belief system, right? It helps change what you think is possible. The second part of it is that it's gonna help with your skill. If we're out there and we are like slinging mud on the wall in our sales process, right? If we're out there and we're talking to all these people, but we're bad, like we suck at it, like the numbers are not gonna help. We're just gonna go through more people faster. So our goal is, yes, we're gonna go through people, and yes, you're not gonna be perfect when you start. You wanna take massive action, not perfect action, but we gotta get better in the process. So how do we expedite getting better in the process? Personal development. Personal development will help you get better. Now, what are some specific things that you can do? Hey, carve out 10 minutes a day. Listen to a book on Audible or something like that. Watch a YouTube video. Listen to some kind of training from your company. Do something that's going to grow your skill set, right? We got mindset and then we got skill set. If we take that whole picture where we are getting obsessed, we are doing crazy activity, and then we are building in our personal development as a daily part of our life, just no different than brushing our teeth, no different than doing something that you do every single day, taking a shower. I hope you all take a shower every day. Then it's gonna become a habit. And you know what? If you just get better a little bit today, a little bit tomorrow, a little bit the next day, a little bit the next day, a little bit the next day, where will you be a year from now? If you got 1% better each and every day, even 0.5%, like even 0.1%, like if we just move the needle a little bit, what will your life look like 12 months down the road, 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road? You know, it's interesting because they say, many people have said this, that we overestimate what we can do in a year. So our more or less short-term goals, but we way underestimate what we can do in 5 or 10 years, over the next decade. Like, most people don't even think about this. Who do you want to be 10 years from now? Who do you want to be a decade from now? What do you want your life to look like? What do you want your family to look like? Do you want more kids? Do you want more time with them? Do you want to have a lifestyle that's different than what you have right now? What about finances? Finances are going to be playing into a big part of that, right? Do you see yourself living in a different home, driving a different car, different city, maybe not going off to work at a job, or starting your own business, doing something that is really what you want? What do you see for yourself that far down the road? You know, most people don't take a second and they don't think about those things, and so they don't have it. If we don't picture it in our mind's eye, surely it's not going to come to pass in our life. But you, my friend, are different, because we are here and we are talking about it right now. So those are the things that will help you create overwhelming success in whatever it is that you put your mind to. Now, there are some additional things, right? Anybody ever have like skeletons in the closet, little drama in the house, issues from the past that maybe hold us back, hinder our thinking process, or maybe it's issues in the heart where we got some resentment, we're a little bitter about something, you tried something once, you know you have to do that to succeed, you know you have to do that to win, but it didn't really work out, and you just don't want to do it. How do we move past all of that so that we can get you walking across stage at your next company convention, receiving huge trophies and awards, getting the love and the praise from your family, your kids looking you in the eye and saying, Mom, I'm so proud of you. Dad, I'm so proud of you. How do we get that? How do we go from where we're at right now, where we want it, but we got some baggage holding us back, to seeing all those things come to pass? Well, I have something that's an extra resource that will help you. And basically, it's the 10-step process for rank advancing. So if you have a goal and you are wanting all those things we just talked about, then definitely this is something you want to go through. So what you're going to do is click on the link that's listed here in the description, and that's going to walk you through getting started. You're going to get it sent where you have access to it, and then begin the process. I mean, you can start right now. It's like, how fast do you want to succeed, right? You can start right here and right now. And the only thing I ask is you send me a testimony of what it's doing in your life, because I'm already hearing from so many different people, and I want to see what it does for you. So if this is something that added some value to you, if this is something something that maybe like stirred a little fire up in your belly, and not only do you want it for yourself, but you don't want to keep it to yourself, then feel free to share this replay as we finish. So once we jump off, the replay will be there. You can pass it along to anybody that you think might benefit from this. So that is it for tonight, my friends. Take care, be blessed, and I will see y'all next time.
For more great training and to receive your free bonus training, the 10-step process for getting out of your own way and finally rank advancing, visit summergeronimo.com.